Once upon a time. Oh, were you expecting a story? Well, I don't blame you. We all have been brought up looking at stories, listening to stories. We are a story. We are, in the bigger picture, a fabulous story. As my previous speakers have said, we are history. We are part of that food system. We may be immigrants, we may be refugees, we may be citizens of this fabulous country. Let's get to it. Can I have a raise of hands of how many people know or have read The 48 Laws of Power? It's a book by Robert Greene. Well, okay, one person here, two people here, three, four. Okay, they'll just start coming in, but the ripple effect, small habits, big impact. Greatness lies not in being strong, but in the right using of strength. Now, well, you may think, what is this? What is he yapping about? Well, I can't say I am yapping, but if you take it seriously, greatness lies in being strong, but in the right using of strength. Robert Greene puts it the best. Reputation is the cornerstone of power. Now, we all have a reputation in society, at home, in front of our friends. Well, let's see, reputation matters a lot in your professional life, in your personal life, your first impression to your girlfriend, for example, your first impression on the first day of school. It all comes down to reputation. But reputation is not only the sole power that we belong to or we belong upon. It is the habits. Now, Atomic Habits, if you've heard of James Clear, if you've heard of the book Atomic Habits, he puts it the best. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. Now, let that sink in. Every action you take, whether it's eating that cheat meal, whether it's studying society, it's an action that you take to become the person you wish to. So what if leadership wasn't about control, but positive influence? But here I see very smart people in this room, and I believe we all are here to gain that positive influence from events such as this. So imagine if people followed you, not because they had to, not because you're the president of the student council, not because you're the swim team captain, not because you're a great public speaker, but because they wanted to, because you influenced them, because they thought, and even you thought, they bring a short or small change, whether it's 0.1% in your life. While we'd say gratitude and friendship, what do they have to do with leadership? I just brought that in. Gratitude and friendship are cornerstones as well of leadership. That is a genuine compliment that we give to another person, whether they've done their best, whether they haven't lived up to the par that you were expecting, a genuine compliment makes you a great leader of your own. So let's make this promise here starting today, step by step. It's not the end of the talk. There's a lot to come ahead. That we will compliment every person we come across, whether they admire us, whether we feel inspired by them, or whether it's just, good afternoon, President, in the hallway. That is real. What is true leadership to me? Now, this is my experience. True leadership is one thing. That is true loyalty. It's about being there when it counts. Now, I respect you all because you are here to listen to us. I have great respect for you. It's about being there, keeping your word if you've signed up, and showing up again and again. Whether you have a 104, bukhar, as you say in Urdu, or if you are sick, ill, or sleepy. I'm from Pakistan, by the way, if you were thinking. Think about this. Will people describe you as someone who takes action or just talks a good game? Now, what is taking action? What is talking a good game? Talking a good game would be that the TEDx Society at Elkins is about to inaugurate their inaugural TEDx event. Taking action is following up to the speakers, which was done fabulously, and I congratulate the team on that. Great. But real leadership isn't about just being praised. And can I again see a raise of hands? How many of us take criticism to the heart? Like any form of criticism. Whether it's from a teacher, from a friend, from a coach, from the principal. That is what makes a great leader. I see a raise of hands here, and I see that each and every one of you are excellent, fabulous leaders in the making or are already in the field? Well, the biggest block that comes in taking criticism and being the effective leader is ego. Now, we all can say there has been a certain point in life where our ego kind of takes in, you can't deny it. No matter how much you stop it, no matter what. But again, taking that one step day by day, being that harmonious person who listens, who takes in the gratitude, who takes in all the criticism the world has. I was talking to my teacher, Miss Atkins, before this. I said, I don't know if my talk is going to be good or not, but I'd like to hear criticism after my talk because that is what makes me a better person. That is what makes me a potential better leader, a person who wants to pursue foreign services, international relations, and diplomacy. Coming to the quite end of the talk, I believe one more thing. Leaders have this thing in them. It is they always say less than necessary. They believe in listening. They believe in taking in what the other person has to say, processing it, and then replying back. While we live in a country as the United States, and we were talking about the current political situation, leaders here do not let the questionnaire complete. What do? They interrupt them. That is not a good example of leadership. The good example of leadership to me, or I believe maybe to every single person in this room, can be how they take on criticism, how they listen to people. Whether that person is a 5-year-old or a 50-year-old, whether that person is someone less in hierarchy than you, someone who doesn't have that same intellectual ledger as you. I'll just give an example of my brother. I interrupt him in every single thing. He's younger than me. That's what a brother does. You interrupt them, you tell them, no, this is not nice, that's not nice. Don't do this, don't do that. But let's change that. Let's listen to our brothers, let's listen to our sisters, let's listen to every single person we come across. My question to you is, so what legacy are we building today? Is it kindness? Is it integrity? Is it accountability? Because every action leaves a mark in this world. Whether we believe it or not, once we leave, I don't know if I'm referring this correct or not, but I heard this somewhere, that during our lifetime, we plant the seeds of a tree we never get to see when it becomes big. It is the future generations who experience and who are under the influence of that tree who see, okay, this tree was planted 40 years ago. But the person who may have planted that tree is no more. But then what they've given shade. They've given that oxygen. They've given that green in the atmosphere. That is what is leaving behind. And here's my question, my last question. What if today was the last day you had a chance to make someone feel seen and valued? What if the words you spoke today were the ones that you remembered by? Let's take this opportunity and let's take this oath that you do not need permission to be the leader who listens, the friend who shows up, the voice that breaks the silence when no one else will. Because everything is within you, and you are the person who is longing, and you are the person who is stepping forward step by step to that change. The world doesn't need more noise. It needs people who create impact, people like you all. Thank you so much. Thank you.